good to go? Everybody hear us okay? Mic check, hot mic. All right, well, let's get started. So I'm Mark Stoddard. I'm on the partner team at ClickUp. Actually ex-HubSpot myself. Spent about 8 years at HubSpot back in the day. This is Alex. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hey, my name's Alex, channel team here at ClickUp. I've been at ClickUp for about 3 years. Started on the direct selling team and migrated over to the channel team.
That's it. We also have Mads out here in the audience, another ClickUpper right here. So any questions, feel free to chat with any of us. But let's chat about ClickUp and HubSpot. So Alex, tell us about ClickUp.
Yeah, absolutely. So ClickUp is an all-in-one platform that molds to individual teams and their individual use cases, bringing together docs, tasks, reports, all in one place, so it's easily traceable and easily findable across organizations.
Exactly. So those of you that are obviously familiar with HubSpot, you know, that's gonna sound familiar, right? Because HubSpot is your all-in-one place for all of your sales, marketing, support, right? Well, ClickUp is your all-in-one place where you want to come and do your work. So all those things that Alex mentioned, tasks, docs, projects, whiteboards, dashboards, all those things, you can do those in ClickUp, and it integrates with HubSpot. And so if you think about like our founding story, those of you that are familiar with the HubSpot founding story, knowing that like Brian and Dharmesh saw that marketing was broken, right? In order to do marketing, you had to get, half a dozen different tools in order to do your marketing, right? You needed a content management system, you needed an SEO tool, you needed a social media tool, an email tool. And they were the first to bring an all-in-one platform to sales and marketing. ClickUp, we are the first to bring an all-in-one platform to work, right? And you think about when we first founded ClickUp, our founders were working on actually a very different startup idea entirely. And they were using a bunch of these tools that you see up on the slide here, and they realized that it's a giant pain to try to get all those tools to integrate and work together. So they built a central platform that has everything that you need to do in one place, right? So if we think about ClickUp and HubSpot together, you have two platforms that are very complementary and not competitive. And so there's a lot of different things you can do with ClickUp and HubSpot together. And I'll show you a demo here in a second, but a few things to think about. One is it's all about efficiency. It's all about making your teams more effective, more efficient, more productive. And so you can think about things like here, where you can be doing HubSpot for sales and marketing, and you're doing all of your deal management, all the stuff that RevPartners helps you to do, and you move that deal to a closed one, and then you do all the client delivery inside of ClickUp, because that's what ClickUp was built to do, is actually do all of the project management, all the work management, all the tasks, the docs, the dashboard, all of that is done inside of ClickUp. So you can see you can bring your client-facing teams closer to your business operations. You can really increase the delivery speed, right? How many times have you had to mark a deal closed one inside your CRM, and then it's a giant pain to figure out what of that information do we get to the delivery team, right? And so you can make all of that way more efficient in ClickUp and HubSpot, and then just get much more visibility because all your work's being done in a central platform. You're not logging into a half a dozen places to figure out what's going on. Where's that project? Where's that task? What's going on? It's all in one central place. So let's see a quick demo, and then we'll chat through it.
Today, we're going to share more about how ClickUp and HubSpot are taking productivity to the next level.
You guys here okay?
Imagine Lily is an account executive at a marketing agency, and she's been managing her sales pipeline in HubSpot, while her services teams execute and deliver projects for her clients in ClickUp, a project management platform that brings all your productivity tools into one place. In ClickUp, she takes advantage of ClickUp Docs, Kanban boards, and even whiteboards for collaboration. Getting clients started on a project is pretty manual, and a lot of context switching to go over to ClickUp and create tasks every time Lily wins a deal. And she wins a lot. So how do we keep Lily focused on what she's great at, selling, while ensuring her services teams are ready to deliver as soon as a deal is closed? That's where the all-new integration between ClickUp and HubSpot comes in. We've added ClickUp HubSpot automations to bring sales and project teams closer together. Let's take a look at how it works. Here, I've set up a trigger based on the creation of a deal so that when one is created, the team can keep an eye on Lily's deals without leaving ClickUp. Let's see it in action. Deal is ready to go, so let's update the deal stage to contract send so that the existing ClickUp task is updated and a customized onboarding template is applied so her team can prepare a project resource and be ready to start on deliverables as soon as possible. So as a result, a task template is applied and creates client onboarding subtasks for this workstream. Now the team can get the delivery tasks assigned so they can hit the ground running when the deal closes. No more context switching necessary. Periodically, Lily needs to create a support ticket to remove any blockers and get the deal over the finish line. We've released additional functionality to sync information back to HubSpot. You'll have the power of all the ClickUp automation triggers to click off HubSpot actions. So in Lily's case, she can create a HubSpot support ticket that will include relevant information within ClickUp. Sometimes bugs are reported in HubSpot, but they need to be worked on in ClickUp. This integration can also route tickets created in HubSpot back to ClickUp so those bugs can be squashed. Start using the ClickUp HubSpot integration and focus your team on revenue-driving activities today.
All right, very good. So you notice a few different use cases there. The classic one that you see a lot of people using ClickUp and HubSpot for is the sales and marketing use case, right? They're gonna manage the deal all the way through to closed won inside of HubSpot, and they're gonna take all the relevant details from that deal, and whether it's key contacts, use cases, what do you want to actually do with that client? And they're going to move that information into ClickUp because ClickUp becomes the delivery platform in that use case. I hear from a lot of HubSpot partners, for example, that say, hey, we're very deep in HubSpot, we're using it for all of our sales and marketing, but then we try to do some delivery stuff also inside of HubSpot. We might try to do like some ticket pipelines or some deal pipelines, and you can do some very good basic stuff, but again and again we hear, hey, we need to do more advanced functionality. We need to be able to create templates and have multiple people assigned to those templates and work across multiple teams. Like that's the type of stuff that you would do inside of ClickUp and use the ClickUp HubSpot integration. There's another use case that you saw there was around support tickets, right? So there's so many times that your delivery team doesn't necessarily, they live in a different platform, but they need to be able to interact with multiple teams, whether it's bug tracking, whether it's just tier 2, tier 3 type support. And so again, because we have a multi-object integration, meaning we can integrate not just with deals, we can integrate with tickets, with companies, with contacts, you can integrate with all of those, so you can, again, have your delivery team live inside of ClickUp, but still have all of their work integrate back into HubSpot where necessary. So tons of different use cases, and if you've got a different use case or even one of those use cases that you want to dig into, like come grab me, Alex, Mads by the side, and we can chat through it. So happy to answer any questions on that. Let's go to the next slide. Maybe it doesn't like me.
No.
Let's fix that. Oh, there we go. The YouTube video sent us for a loop. We've just got a couple more slides. Oh. Perfect. Oh, so yeah, you see this again. You saw this play out in the demo, but here's just a good visual of how that integration works. Where does the data flow? So your sales team is going to continue to live in HubSpot, right? That's the last thing you want to do is try to get your sales team to log in somewhere else that they don't want to live, right? So first thing, keep your sales team living in HubSpot, but make sure that when they mark a deal as closed won, they put the right information on it so that when that deal closes, it creates a task, a space, whatever you want to create inside of ClickUp. You can put a template on it, you can assign the right CSM, you can assign the right delivery team on it. So all of that happens there. And this is where the ClickUp HubSpot integration becomes best in class, because a lot of companies have the one-way integration. We're really the only one out there that can actually send data then back into HubSpot, because your sales team, again, is going to want to live in HubSpot, but they're going to want to know what's going on with their account. They're going to want to know when there's an opportunity for an upsell or a cross-sell. They're going to want to know when something's going wrong with their implementation. So that's the type of stuff that we can take from ClickUp and kick it back into HubSpot. So again, more use cases. Feel free to grab us and ask us any questions. And then let's wrap up here,
Yeah,
Alex.
as Mark alluded to, if any of you guys have any questions about the integration, ClickUp, really in general, come find us at booth 16. We'd love to chat with you.
Yeah. And then one more.
And if you're interested in hearing a bit more from our CMO, he'll also be speaking with Gaurav tomorrow at 12:45 at the Hero stage. We'd love to have you guys join that session as well.
Yeah, so thanks everybody.
Awesome.
I'm not going to clap for myself. That's awkward.
Yeah,
I just thought you guys clapped.
Yeah, we got a couple minutes for a few questions.
Yeah,
If there's
any
any questions out there or insights, thoughts, questions? Going once?
Going once, going twice.
Is anybody excited to be here besides me?
I'm fired up, dude.
All right, I like it. Here we go.
I'm fired
Tell
up.
me your name and who you're representing.
Joe Burchard with RevPartners. Just a question on, so basically I just built out this onboarding pipeline fully within HubSpot. And it has, like you mentioned, a lot of capabilities that are missing from it. Could you explain how within a framework of a HubSpot to ClickUp integration, you could build out like an onboarding pipeline for somebody that has closed one and needs to have customer success hit several steps and have multiple customer success teams work within that framework, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. So typically, so you're saying you've built that onboarding inside of HubSpot, and are you using like a ticket pipeline for something like that? So perfect example, and I'm sure a lot of you do that. And for your most basic of implementations, like that can actually work, right? Because there's just a few fields. Like if I've got a very basic implementation that, a CSM is fairly low touch, I know that I just need to like run 2 or 3 plays, fine. That's actually where the use case of, continue to use ticket pipelines or a separate deal pipeline. I see some people use that every once in a while. It's where the implementation gets far more advanced, right? I've got something that, multiple teams need to be involved, or, multiple different plays, multiple templates need to be run, or I've got, maybe I've got 2 or 3 people that need to be assigned to different tasks. Okay, I've got somebody needs to run integration, somebody needs to run, pipelining, multiple different ways to think about it. Think of it as just like, a more advanced version of that, and more you can go there. Anything you'd add to that, Alex?
Yeah, I think you're pretty spot on there. I think as you expand beyond just a general onboarding in your example, that's where ClickUp really comes into play, because there are layers to automations, workflows, and ClickUp allows you to execute on that clip.
Different campaigns I need to run, different teams I need to be involved with, different people I need to get buy-in from. Just think of it as like, almost like you think of like any freemium tool. It's like you can do the basic stuff by using some ticket pipelines inside of HubSpot, but when I need that to get advanced and get real fancy with it, that's when I would bring in ClickUp. Cool.
Awesome. Any other questions?
Well, thanks to the RevPartners team. Appreciate you guys putting
Appreciate
this
it.
on.
Pleasure. Let's clap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all.